grizzly bear, a symbol of raw strength, does not wander the forest for leisure. It hunts, it claims, and it rules every frozen stretch of land from Alaska to Yellowstone. Weighing close to 1,000 pounds and capable of sprinting at 35 miles per hour, the grizzly is a living explosion of muscle in the wild. More than a hunter, it is also a patient stalker that can detect prey from more than a mile away with its powerful sense of smell, before striking with speed and precision. But hunting is never solitary. The sound of a kill can draw wolves, scavengers, or even other bears, turning every meal into a fight for survival. The grizzly's territory can reach up to 600 square miles. It marks its domain with claw marks, scent, and silent presence. When conflict erupts, they rise on hind legs, roar, and charge. At Yellowstone alone, up to 40 encounters happen each year, nearly a third ending with injuries. The grizzly does not wait for sympathy. It fights, survives, and dominates with the same wild instinct that gave birth to it. The gray wolf, one of North America's most intelligent predators, never hunts alone. Wolves are born hunters, thriving through pack coordination and strategy. A pack can surround its prey, split its forces, and finish with speed and teamwork. When they find a lone grizzly near a carcass, instinct pushes them closer, but not every hunt is simple. A grizzly weighing nearly 1,000 pounds with a bite force of 975 pounds per square inch is no prey to underestimate. As the silver shadows circle, the bear rises tall. It does not step back. A low growl and an unflinching stare silence the forest. The clash is not loud. It is not the first strike, but the unshaken stand that decides wolves may be many, but the bear stands like a wall of living power. Every step forward is blocked with a wordless signal. Don't try. Eventually, the wolves retreat. Not from fear, but from the knowledge of the cost of a mistake. No blood spilled, no chase needed. The bear reclaims its meal through presence alone. In the wild, victory does not always come from attack. Some battles are won simply by standing firm until the other side yields. After the mating season, male elk often become exhausted and isolated, weakened by fierce competition. They lose strength and alertness, making them easier prey. The grizzly does not rush. It waits. Using the wind, it locates the elk without needing sight. Its keen nose follows every trace left on damp grass and rotting logs. It uses terrain as an ally, crouching behind ridges and closing in silently, not to strike immediately, but to pressure the elk into constant movement until exhaustion takes hold. The bear does not chase endlessly. It lets the elk wear itself down. When the elk's legs falter and its breath becomes ragged, the bear unleashes its decisive strike, heavy, precise, and final. Not every hunt succeeds. Elk are swift, able to bound across slopes and weave through forests. Yet when patience, wind, and terrain align, the grizzly becomes the shadow elk cannot outrun. This is more than hunting. It is strategy, patience, and mastery of the forest's every rhythm. The tiger, the largest cat on Earth, is the embodiment of agility, power, and lethal precision. A Siberian tiger can weigh 700 pounds, stretch 10 feet long, and sprint over 35 miles per hour, with its muscled frame, sharp teeth, and piercing eyes. It chooses the perfect moment for a fatal strike. But when it meets a grizzly weighing nearly 1,000 pounds with crushing bite force and unyielding endurance, the balance shifts unpredictably. The bear does not seek out the tiger. But when both converge on a carcass or stumble across each other, conflict becomes inevitable. The first roar is not a threat, but a warning. Both know that a real fight drains more than it gains. Yet when the distance vanishes, instinct takes over. The tiger strikes fast for the throat. The bear counters with weight and claws. The clash lasts only seconds, but seconds decide supremacy. This is not merely muscle against muscle. It is instinct against instinct, experience against experience, where every breath can determine who remains standing. When migration begins, thousands of caribou move across icy plains. Yet not all keep pace. The young, the weak, and the injured fall behind, and that is when the grizzly emerges. The bear does not rely on speed. It does not need to outrun caribou. It relies on memory of land, wind, and trails. It positions itself ahead, cutting angles and trailing with patience. Every step is calculated. The wind carries the scent, the terrain provides cover, and patience pushes the caribou toward exhaustion. The bear waits, letting the prey run itself down. When the legs tremble with fatigue and breath turns to gasps, The bear surges forward, blocks escape, and strikes. This is not a race of speed, but endurance. Survival belongs to the one who can last longer. For the grizzly, each hunt is not only instinct but deep knowledge of migration cycles, prey behavior, and the limits of strength. In the vast wilderness, where survival is constant struggle, the mother bear is not only a hunter, but a shield, defending her cubs at any cost. When cubs are only months old, they are slow and completely dependent. Threats surround them: male bears, wolves, even rivals of their own kind. One wrong move could mean death, but the mother does not allow it. When a stranger appears, especially a male seeking territory or attempting to kill the cubs to force mating, the mother does the unthinkable. She charges into a fight she's unlikely to win. Not larger, not stronger, but armed with a weapon, the male lacks protective instinct. She rises tall, roars, and throws her full weight into defense. Her strikes are not warnings, but declarations. The clash often ends in minutes, sometimes with retreat, sometimes with wounds. But the message is always clear. In the wild, no maternal bond is weak. When salmon return to spawn, North American streams turn into rushing highways of life. Thousands leap against currents and waterfalls. For the grizzly, it is a brief but rich season. No need for long pursuits. The bear chooses the perfect spot: shallow rapids or waterfall edges. Standing still, it locks eyes on the water. When a salmon leaps, the bear strikes. Masters can snatch fish mid-air, precise to the inch. Younger bears learn by watching, failing many times before their first catch. Yet with patience and instinct, skill comes. This hunt is not about strength. It is about timing, position, and the ability to read nature's rhythm. The patient feast, the hasty go hungry. Whether hunting or defending, the grizzly does not win by luck. It wins by watching, calculating, and enduring beyond time. Every encounter is a chapter in the epic of survival, where instinct and power are law. In a land without mercy, only those who adapt endure. And the grizzly, with every steady breath, continues to carve its name into the wild heart of North America.